Hello everyone, this is Strata, and today I'm bringing you a video about the do's and don'ts about monetization on YouTube. Now this is a big issue, and you probably hear so many different things coming from people, and a lot of times it's when you get conflicting messages from people is because there are people out there that don't really follow the rules and they think they can do whatever they want. And that's just not the case. One of the things I must emphasize about this video is that this is not a rage video. This is a purely informative video only meant to help people and help people understand what they can and cannot do. So one of the other things I would like to also note is that this is about any product, any content that you are planning on putting out on YouTube. So with that in mind, a lot of this is gaming. This is primarily going to be about gaming, but you can use what I'm saying for any kind of product. This is not only, like I said, this not only implies to gaming, but also anything like music, cosmetics, art, anything you want to put on YouTube. You can use these tips and these rules to help your video, or to help you just know and figure out what you can and cannot do. So that being said, let us begin. First off, we're going to start with companies that don't mind what you post on YouTube. These are the companies we love, and there are many of them out there. Honestly, there's probably more out there than there are companies that don't like what you do. As far as gaming companies go, companies like very popular companies that people like are Mojang and 505. These are games like Terraria, Minecraft, Sniper Elite, stuff like that. And they don't care what you post or if you monetize. They want you to do it if you can make money. Also, Dying Light, the makers of Dying Light, is one of these companies. They want you to do as much as you can because they do want that advertising. The next thing I want to bring out is companies that allow you to upload and monetize, but there might be some rules that might apply. I'm going to give an example, like with Playdead Games. With that company, you are able to upload and monetize, but you cannot separate the footage and their music. They have to be together. And each company is different. They may have different rules that apply. They might want you to contact them first just to get permission, even though they will still say yes. They just want to know that you're doing it and who you are. But always you want to look up their terms of use and make sure what you can or cannot do. Their terms of use are always going to be found on their websites. And make sure with anything you do, you look at those before you post any video at all. Make sure the product you're using, whether it's makeup, art, music, games, make sure you have looked up their company, looked up on their website, and know precisely what they allow you to do with their products. And on that note, just because you're allowed to upload and monetize and you follow all the rules that they have applied, doesn't mean you can't still get a claim on you. There are music firms out there, especially applies to games. There's music firms out there that a lot of these small time musicians that have done works in games and small things, they have registered themselves with these firms, and they watch YouTube for one of their works. And even if the game company, let's say like Square Enix, uh, they allow you to do their stuff, but they still remind you that they take a lot of outside resources for their products. And this could be some of their visuals, this could be their music, but just because they say it's okay doesn't mean the owner of the music or the owner of the visuals wants you to still use their work in that manner. So they can put a claim on you also if that's being said. So what you need to do if you get a claim that you're not sure about, you need to contact the company. Let's say you're doing Lara Croft Temple of Osiris, and someone claims you on that. Uh, you would need to contact Square Enix to make sure the claim is valid. Don't just assume it's not because the Square Enix allows you. Many game companies still outsource to different people and different companies, and they have their own rights as well. So this brings us to the point while you are looking up on the terms of use, but the terms of use aren't quite clear. Now I'm gonna apply with this one Play Dead Games. I recently had an issue with this one. I actually had a double issue with Play Dead Games. They're a great company. Whereas they allow you to put up their videos in their terms of use, they didn't say in their terms of use whether they allow monetization. And because of this, I was unclear. Anytime you're unclear, don't just assume you can because other people do it. You see other people posting videos. Remember, while you're on YouTube, you can choose which video is monetized and which are not. I have some videos that are monetized in mine, and I have some videos that are not monetized. Because of this, some people think that they can do whatever just because they see someone posting videos. But the thing you don't know is you don't know if that they are monetized or not. When these cases happen, when you're unclear, what you need to do is you need to contact the company, whatever it is, whether it be art, makeup, music, games. This is especially in the case of games, and you need to make sure you can do whatever you're doing. If you don't, and they're not okay with it, this can get you a copyright strike. No matter what you say, no matter how much you argue, this can get you a copyright strike, and can get you shut down on YouTube. And you don't want that. All you have to do is make sure you contact the company, and do not do anything that is beyond the terms of use until you have permission. Like I said, in the case with the Play Dead Games, they were unclear. I had to email them, and they gladly sent out the okay and say yes, we are more than happy if you monetize, and that was great. Now this goes to say that just because you can get the okay, get the go ahead, doesn't mean someone can claim you, and this is what happened with me. Someone claimed me even after I got the go-ahead from Play Dead Games. Now, what did I do? Did I dispute right away? No. Because I did not know if it could have been a music company, someone I feel trying to claim their own rights to their own music that was inside the game. I didn't know. So what I did, I went and contacted Play Dead Games about this issue also. And then they sent me a message saying no, that this company was not affiliated with them. And so after that, I knew that, I then went ahead and filed the dispute and put the proper copyright information in the dispute. Also, I put in that they have granted me permission to use this content whichever way they told me I could. Plus, I gave them the support email so they could contact themselves also. And then I put the copyright information a second time at the end of the email. And doing so helps protect you. Also scares anyone filing false claims. Now I'd like to talk a little bit about fair use. Fair use is a really iffy subject. A lot of people seem to be under the false impression that they can use the fair use laws to do whatever they want with anyone's product as long as they talk about it or do whatever, add something to it to attempt to make it their own. Just because you're talking about something or doing stuff in other ways does not make that product yours. They still own, each company still owns their copyright laws. And the terms of fair use does not overrule copyright laws. And this is something a lot of people seem to not understand. Each company can do whatever they want with their product, and if you are making money off of it, if they choose, they have a right to either take some of that money or even take all of it if they want to. And we have no say-so about it. Is this right? Yes, it is fully right. You may disagree with that, but it is their work. Me personally, I'm an artist. And if I put art out there and I saw someone that put my artwork up and was making money off of my artwork, and they said, well, I added a couple things to it, so it's now, and I'm talking about, so it's now mine and I can do whatever I want. No, it's not okay. It's my product. It's my work. And the same goes with anything out there, whether it's makeup, music, games, arts, anything out there. It's whoever created that work, they are the ones that hold all rights to that work. And that being said, this brings us up to companies that allow you to upload but doesn't allow monetization. They have every right to do this. Now, I want to emphasize something about this. Just because they don't allow you to monetize and put ads and advertisements does not mean you're not making money off this. And anyone who says that they don't think it's fair because they're not making money off this, they don't know what they're talking about. Every time someone comes into your channel, views that video, they have the option of viewing your other material in your channel that is monetized, and that still brings you an income. So go ahead, don't worry about it. Post those videos that you can't monetize. It still gets your name out there, it gets you more popular, and it gets you extra views on your other products or your other content that is monetized. You can't. It's still in a form, still makes you money. So don't cause problems for these companies just because they want full control over their work. It is in their rights, but you are actually still making money off them. And this brings us to companies that don't allow you to do anything at all. You can't help that. That's within their rights. There's nothing you can do about it. Trying to fight it only usually hardens their resolve. What you need to do is you just need to break down and say, okay, well, that sucks, but oh well. But just because a company does not allow you to monetize or doesn't even allow you to upload, don't let that deter you. you can still send them a message about it and see if there's anything you can do to possibly get them to let you do it. Especially if you are a more popular channel. The higher popularity you have, the more hits, the more they might be willing to work with you to put stuff. Or they might allow it, but they want to see your work first. So just in their terms, they say no. And this is how people still have stuff up that don't usually allow it. They may have gotten permission from the company itself to put this content out, to make money off this content. But without you getting permission, they don't allow you to do anything at all. And just because someone else is doing it, it does not mean you can. First, get permission. First, look at the terms of use. Make sure you can use their content. And the biggest thing of all, don't argue with them. It's their work. All you're doing when you argue with them, call them names and try to call them out on it. All you're doing is hardening their resolve. You're making them not want to do something. I don't know about you, but if someone tries to force me to do something I don't want to do, I'm going to strive even more not to do what they want me to do. I don't like being told what to do. Probably nor do you. Don't do it to them. It's their work. It's their content. And something that I would also like to note is that there are websites that will help you determine whether or not you can monetize a specific game or specific products or not. What you need to keep in mind is this should only be used as reference material. Companies constantly change their rules. Sometimes those sites can be wrong. They try not to be, but it can happen. Always make sure to double check with the terms of use and use this only as a reference material. But like I said, the biggest thing you need to make sure you do, look up the terms of use. If you don't see it in the terms of use and it's unclear, contact them. If you can't use it and you want to use it anyway, contact them. Make sure you can use it. I hope you found this video to be helpful. If you did, go ahead and give me a like. If you think I'm missing anything, please leave a comment, and I will do an updated video on what I think, if I agree or I see any validity to what you're saying. So go ahead and leave a like, and I will see you next time.